Chrisean, she calls herself divorcing Blueface, y'all, allegedly. So check this out. So Chrisean was following Blueface on Instagram, right? But then Blueface, he got on Instagram and he added Journey and Jaden back onto his page. So when he did that, then Chrisean went and unfollowed him. Jaden sees it, and that's when she starts throwing her shade online. Jaden posted this. She said, "You good, cuz?" And then she said, "Oh no," she unfollowed him because he put his kids back on Whatever Shall We Do? Hashtag keep him. And then Chrisean responds back and she says, "Just say you wanted to know what's going on. And to all my supporters, stay tuned. Yahweh is the only way." And then she said, "I'm warning you, leave me alone." And then Chrisean comes back with this. She says, "Are you okay? Do you need attention? Nothing have to do with his beautiful kids. You crashing out about Blueface again. He's not the prize if his community, I don't trust him." How many times have we told Chrisean that that Negro was not a prize? Let me keep reading. "I've decided to disassociate, to leave the man alone and focus on my career and the purpose that Jesus called me to do in the first place. I took a risk. That risk ran its course. I'm just falling back in the public and behind closed doors. He's selfish and not a faithful person. Getting cheated on and open relationships are toxic. Paying his bills and running a restaurant are taken off from my career because he's insecure. And it isn't worth my efforts or good intentions." And I said that when they opened up that restaurant. Chrisean was paying all those bills and he was taken from her damn career. And all the Chrisean Rock fans, they got mad and was calling everybody a hater. But she said, "Being used by a greedy person isn't growth. Growth is actually leaving him. Jason Lee can play back that footage of you crashing out over him coming to his son. You the bitter one. You want beef so bad for no reason. It's like you have no identity." So she's saying that Jada ain't got her own identity. Let me know down below what y'all think about that. Do y'all think that sometimes Jaden do be like, copying a lot of things that people do? Let me know down below. I mean, it sounds like she's taking accountability, but do y'all really believe that she's really like breaking up with Blueface? I mean, maybe she is waking up because she said a lot. She said being used by a greedy person. So she's realizing that Blueface is greedy. And then she's also realizing that that's not growth. But she's realizing that actually leaving him is true growth. I remember the Jason Lee episode that she's talking about. Blueface and Chrisean were on the Jason Lee show. They were talking and Chrisean had played a recording of Jaden like crashing out when Blueface was on the phone, I guess calling to check on her baby or something. I just remember Jaden was going off in the background. But the thing is that their relationship that they have, and I don't want to say marriage because what they had going on, I know that they showed the clip of them getting married and all that stuff. I'm not going to call it a real marriage until I actually see proof of that. So I'm just going to say allegedly. But their relationship is so toxic that I feel like, and it's also abusive. And so, there's a cycle that these women are going to go through before they leave that relationship. And something as much as, Blueface putting his children back on his page, yeah, that's enough for her to rant about it and be like, "Oh, I'm so mad." You know what I'm saying? We're over. But is that enough for her to actually leave him alone for good? Because usually in these situations, it's usually something like really big, really drastic has to happen in order for that person to actually leave that person alone for good. I just hope that Chrisean gets back out there like she says that she's going to do in this post and start living. Because it's like, since Blueface has been in jail, she's wanting to like do his time right along beside him. She don't want to go anywhere. She's staying in the house. She don't want to do any type of, anything to enhance her career. And at this point, she's young. She's 25 years old. She needs to be living her life and she needs to be, focusing on her baby and just learning how to be a better mother and loving on him and not chasing around this boy or man or whatever you want to call him, not chasing around Blueface, because at this point he is a man. This man, he's a compulsive cheater. That's what he is. And he's not going to just get out of prison and just go to being monogamous. Y'all see the blogs every week. It's another girl with him. We find out that he done messed around with a whole bunch of, somebody else in the past. Like, it's too much for him. And honestly, he really needs some serious deliverance, because at this point, remember, he had a house where he had nothing but females in there that he was just, running through them. But anyways, y'all let me know down below. How do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like Chrisean is seriously over and finished and done with Blueface? Or do y'all think she just going through one of her little motions that she goes through every now and then? And that's it. Thanks for watching T. Rebecca B.